Hello, welcome back to Through the Turnstiles of Non-League Football. The third interview in the week, 2 today. This time, got a player that's just come out of retirement, going on as a coach at Bridlington Town. I've known him from Hall Road. He's going to tell me a lot more about himself. Please welcome Bridlington Town coach, Mike Thompson. Alright, Mike.
Steve.
How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, thanks, mate.
Are you looking forward to your new role?
Yeah, I can't wait. I think for the first time in a long time I've been looking forward to pre-season, and that's sort of thinking about the past few years when I knew that I'd be getting to the point of retiring. It gets a little bit more difficult, so...
Look at you, you're only young. I think you've got another couple of seasons yet. Is it something that you really want to do?
Yeah, well, my knees have been a bit poor for a while, so I had the conversation with myself at sort of midway through the season that they weren't getting any better. I spoke to Brett about it around about February time. I said, look, this is going to be me, this is my last season. I said to myself I'd keep going as long as I could, and I think I got to that point that I had, and when I spoke to Brett about it and said, look, I want to go out on a high, I want to win something, and we were still in the hunt for winning the league at that point, so to go out, we finished third, but to go out with the East Riding Cup was massive for me, because I've played at this level for 10 odd years and never won anything, so that was really, really important. And like I say, it was in my own mind that my knees weren't great, and it was going to be my next step, really.
How long have you been footballing in the league?
At this level, for 10, just under 10 years. Played for a couple of different teams. Played for Hall Road, played for Bottlesford, Barton, and Brid. And I had a short spell with West Stella. Well, I started my sort of men's career with West Stella in the Central Midlands League, and then went to Bottlesford from there. I spent most of my time at Bottlesford, to be honest.
So this is the highest level you've ever been?
That's correct,
in.
yeah.
And obviously, new role coming up. As I say, what's it like working under Brett?
It's been great. Yeah, it's been fantastic. I think Brett was also in a position where, you know, it was new to him when he took over from Curtis, when Curtis walked away, you know, at the beginning of the season. And Brett wanted it. You know, he always said that he wanted to manage, and Pete was good enough to give him the opportunity. And I think that kind of galvanised the lads at that point in the season. So, you know, Brett threw himself into it majorly. He had the support of Bowes, which again, you know, was fantastic, because he'd had part of the season the year before with Curtis, and he had that under his belt. And he's done quite a bit before with Brigtown and teams like that, where he's player managed as well. So I think them as a team they've been outstanding, and you saw the turnaround in our season last year with those two guys at the helm. So, you know, for me, it wasn't necessarily going to be Bridtown. I spoke to Brett and said, look, this is me done for playing. I want to coach, and I'm going to speak to a few people, and you know, if it was going to be with Brid, I'd have been absolutely over the moon. And when he came to have the chat with me and said that he wanted me to stay and transition in that way, I was absolutely over the moon.
Are you a whole lad, like? So you started off with Bottlesford, didn't you? Now I always thought you was from that area, Scunthorpe area.
No, I'm a Hull lad. So
you used to travel to Bottlesford.
Yeah, I did start originally with Hall Road Rangers, and when I was a lot younger, when I was a teenager, and played for the reserves under Gary Allenson for quite a few seasons, and then it was when I was playing for West Stella that just a friend that was local in Hull was playing for Bottlesford, and they needed a left back, and rest is history, really. I spent a good 5 years there.
Going back to Bridlington, I mean, last season, not the season that's just gone, the top three went up, Mansfield, Pickering. This season, Brid finished third, staying in the league. Next season, you finish third again, you're up.
Yeah.
You mean that's a bit unfair?
It's crazy. I mean, it's the one thing that's so frustrating about our level of football, that it's the first rung of the ladder in non-league football that doesn't have consistent playoffs. So, you know, we don't really know where we stand with that sort of thing. We don't know whether it's going to be in or out year on year, and I think there needs to be a little more done at the level of committee to work out what's going on there with that league, because, you know, this year, the season that we've just had finishing third, it's probably been the most competitive season I've seen at this level for a good few years, because, you know, Pontefract have run away with it, Cleethorpes have run away with it, Tadcaster, Scarborough. You know, in recent years, you could be second and third at Christmas with nothing to play for because you knew you weren't going to go up. So it was a refreshing change this year that there were so many teams that was involved in the shake-up, and it's unfortunate, you know, to look at it and see teams like ourselves and Penistone that have had great seasons that, you know, we knew that we had nothing to show for it. I wouldn't take anything away from Worksop because to win the last 20 games on the bounce is unbelievable, but you know, teams all the way down to 10th in our league could have something to play for up until the last few weeks of the season if we had playoffs. So I think that's a change that could be made, but next season, knowing that 3 go up, you know, already seeing what's going on with a few different teams in the league that are starting to bring players in, starting to announce players already. You know, people are taking it seriously, and the fact that 3 go up will really make it interesting next year.
Have we got a replacement for Jake? Because his goal scoring abilities, he's going to take some replacing. Yeah. Is Joe still with you, Joe? Yeah,
Joe McFadden's still with us. I think, you know, Brett Bowes and myself are meeting later tonight, to be honest, to talk about a few different things, and we aren't going to mention any players until you can. You know, you can't sign until the 1st of July. We've talked to a number of players. Brett spoke to a number of players. He hasn't been off the phone with me, you know, for a long time. We're speaking regularly, and we've got players that we've got committed, but it doesn't really mean anything until they sign on that dotted line. So I think, you know, replacements-wise, Jake wanted to go. He wanted to test himself at a higher level, and you hold your hands up to that if that's what he wants to do. You know, good luck to him.
You can't stop anybody at this level to want to improve themselves, going into the Evo stick or wherever. Well, we all know where we'll go to, but I think it's been said yet as it. So
I think so, and I think with us, we want to do that this year. You know, we want the players that have been fantastic for us last year to be those players that take us to that next level next year. You know, with a couple of good quality additions, I think we won't be far away from that. And you know, to lose Jake is tough because, like you say, his goal record speaks for itself. But we've got irons in the fire, and the same with TJ in goal. You know, he was Players Player of the Year last year, and that says it all when your peers vote for you to be that Player of the Year. And he wanted to move up a level, and he's gone to Frickley that's on his doorstep. You know, so it's difficult to say no to that, and we wish him all the best. But we want to be playing him next year, you know, because that's where we're at.
So that was the thing you just made out a statement, same as Andy did in his interview. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah.
About you can't sign players till the 1st of July.
Yeah.
But it's one question I will be asking Paul today at Thurlby. He's got signed 5 players.
Yeah.
I'll ask him. I'll come. Maybe he'll give me the answer himself, obviously. But
yeah, I mean, they may have agreements with the players, and they may have gentlemen's agreements where they've shook firm and they know where they stand. That's absolutely fine. You know, if they want to do that, that's totally up to them. But you know, I think we want to do things by the book. You know, you've seen it in the past where some players have been swayed by an extra bit of money here and there, and you're not going to know until you get them down to that first pre-season training session and get them signed on the dotted line. So we went out with a game plan of a certain number of players that we wanted to approach, certain players that was paramount to us improving for next year. We've spoke to them, we've told them what our intentions are, and they've let us know what theirs are. And you know, just watch this space, because the information will come out when it's legally allowed to.
I would say people know I'm doing this. I mean, I get a messenger questions to ask people. One of them, a couple of questions asked to you: would Grid want to go into the Evo Stick? They all say they don't want to go in the finances more, but obviously you're getting gates of 100 plus, 150 plus. Obviously, if you go in the higher level, I think you'll get the gates of 300, 400 like Worksop.
I mean, we'd hope so. I think some of the conversations that Brett and myself had last year, because I mean, we used to travel to games together because we're both East Hull lads, so we had the conversation last year about, you know, really wanting to engage the community a bit more, and getting, you know, what Worksop do, you can't argue with. You know, they have got the setup for the Evo Stick. You know, they're getting people through the gates. The only plus 200 crowds that we had last year was when Worksop came. You know, so you can tell that they've got that fan base, and it brings regular money into the club. So I think from Bridlington's point of view, we need to engage the community a bit more. We need to get those guys through the gates, and playing good, attractive football and being up there the way that we have been this year, I'm hoping we'll do that for next year. And it works the same with sponsors, you know. Pete works tirelessly along with a few of the other committee members to get local sponsors in, you know, that fund what it is that we do at this level. And it'd be impossible to do it without Pete and those guys on board. So I think, you know, myself, I can only talk for myself, but I've spoke to Brett about it. We won't be doing it if they want an option to go up. You know, that's what we want. We want it for the club, we want it for ourselves, we want it for the players, and it wouldn't be worth your time if that want the end game really.
Your season starts very early, pre-season this month, 27th match at Hull United. I believe it's at St Mary's. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got Scarborough in that Harry Brown Trophy on the Tuesday evening.
Yeah.
That's the one I'll be going to. I love Scarborough, I love Bridlington. And then you've got Bitton FC in the Two Stations Cup going all the way down to Somerset.
Yeah.
Somebody looking forward to?
That's it. I think we've got a jam-packed schedule. We come back into training on the 20th, Thursday the 20th, I think. We've got a couple of sessions and then we're straight into local games with Hull United and Chalk Lane. So, you know, playing teams like that have, you know, played locally, and Chalk Lane, for example, have won the league for the past few years. It's going to be a good test locally. And then we move into the, you know, we play Worksop as well.
Yeah, I just mention that.
Like we say, gone up this year. And then we've got the opportunity, as crazy as it sounds, to win 3 competitions because...
Yeah, because you've got it's a Hull City Academy Trophy at Bishop Burton.
Yeah, so we've got the ones that you've mentioned. We play Scarborough in the Memorial game every year. We then play the Tool Station Cup where we go down south for, and we've been invited by Hull City to play in their academy tournament with Pickering and Huddersfield under-23s. So the way that the pre-season's been geared, I think, you know, you look at it, we play a couple of local games, we play Worksop who we know about from last year, and then we've got some real tests again with the Tool Station Cup, Scarborough, and the professional teams that we've been playing in the Hull City tournament. So it's fast and furious, to be honest. You know, training Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and if we're not training, we've got games. And then before you know it, it'll be the 3rd of August. So
that's right, because it starts 3rd of August, and there was a couple of derbies. The main focus will be on that Division 1 with 3 teams on this area, but you've still got your Bartons and everything. And then I'll tell you what, one thing that will be good this year will be on the Premier League. Yeah. I mean, Billy Gill's gone down to LRV. Leicester has got a new manager with Chris and the coaching team with yourself. It's going to be a cracking season for local football. I just hope that we can bring the crowds in.
It's great. I think we look at ourselves, and you know we do a lot of travelling anyway in our division. So the local derbies, you know, they're grudge matches because a lot of the lads know each other anyway. The Barton ones are very much a Hull affair. The majority of the lads from Brid last year are from Hull. The majority of the lads from Barton are from Hull. So you know that's got some spice to it. And with Ferriby going into Division 1, Hall Road being relegated, you know, there's a lot of games going on in that league as well. So it's interesting. I think we try and just look after ourselves. We go game to game. You know, we know what to expect from the majority of teams that we play in the Prem. There'll be some changes. You know, everyone brings players in, so there'll be some teams that surprise, and there'll be some teams that we know an awful lot about. With a Humber Prem, if I'm being brutally honest, I don't know too much about it. I know Spinksy really well. I played with him quite a bit, and I know Palms, who was brought in to work with him as well. And you know, I know a lot of the guys down at Chalk, and I think, you know, between them and Pock and Bev, I think it's going to be a shootout again at the top between those guys. But I don't know too much, to be honest.
It is, because I mean the Humber Premier. The reason I like it because on a Saturday, as people know, I start work at 6.
Right.
Humber Prem kicks off at 2 and get home, have my tea, get to work. When I'm going to Hull Road or Norfolk, East Hull, whatever we call it, it's 5 o'clock finish. By the time I get home, I'm straight out to work and have my tea at work. But I'm hoping to promote the Humber Premier more this year, get to more Division 1 teams and try to promote more things for local people on the...
And I think it's a great stepping stone for lads to progress as well, because you know, we've seen it with Joey Mack this year. You know, he was outstanding for us. He won Manager's Player of the Year at the presentation night. he was a talisman when Jake wasn't firing and when Jake was injured, and you know he's made an amazing step up after playing for Chalk the year before. So it proves that there's lads at that level that you know are good enough to make that step up, and it's testament to some of the guys in that league that manage those teams to keep those lads there, because the opportunities are available. So you know, I think it's a strong league when you look at the top of it, and like I said, between Chalk and Pocklington and potentially, you know, the likes of Beverley, it could be a competitive league. It
is. And then of course we've got Bridlington reserves in that Division 1.
Absolutely.
I mean, is that a feeder club to the first team, or?
We've seen players come through the ranks, and we've had the likes of James Faulkner that's played for the first team last year and the year before. We don't do an awful lot together, if I'm honest. You know, from a training point of view, it may be something that changes. A lot of the lads that are based with the reserves are Bridlington based, and I think previously they've been given the opportunity to come down and train, and it didn't happen. But you know, that was before my time even as a player. So whether Brett's got any changes in mind with that, I'm not too sure. But from the conversations that we've had, you know, we're strengthening the squad already, and the lads that we're bringing in are going to be competing on a level with the lads that we had last year.
Great stuff. Anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for coming down.
No, it's a pleasure.
I know it's like local, a nice little pub land. I'm the first time I've been this year. Well, I know no drinks there involved, but I'd like to thank you once again, Mike, and wish you all the best.
Yeah.
Just like I asked you a question, like I asked you two, what was your favourite ground you've been to for last season? Favourite
ground I've been to last season was probably Worksop, just from the setup point of view, the fans that they've got. You know, it's beautiful, but I think, you know, we're all blowing our own trumpets setup-wise. What we've got at Brid, you know, I don't think it can be beaten this year for what we've got in our league. So I'm hoping that everyone's interested to come to us and give us a battle.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers, Steve.
Right, there we go. That's interviewing Mike. I'd like to thank him very much and wish him all the best in his new adventure. First one, my second one today. I am now travelling down to North Philby to get Paul Robson, his views on his Philby, and I'll have a word with him, and I shall catch you all later. Thank you.